get you up to where the furnace is, where the heating element is up here. So if you go that way, the furnace is right there. And then this way, there's a little bit of storage. There's not a lot of flooring up there. You could floor more of the attic. If you need storage space, the place to do it would be here. You put some boards in across. You put them in yourself, just make sure that you screw them down. Sometimes people will leave like loose plywood, and that's not a good idea. Okay? This floor is all the same everywhere. It's a vinyl plank. It's pretty much indestructible. And it's really good for dogs.
Pretty color.
Dogs, kids. I mean, it's a pretty durable floor. Pretty popular right now. It's basically waterproof, so you can clean it with water if you want and mop it. The other thing, there's a couple places, so the entire floor is all the same. When they do a slab, when they do the foundation of the house, it's a monolithic pour, so they pour the slab at the same time for the whole thing. So there's going to be some dips and stuff in the slab, and it doesn't really hurt anything other than cosmetically. You can I can feel it. The place where I can feel it the most is right here. There's a pump right here. It kind of goes up and then it comes down a little. You feel it?
Yes.
Right there. It doesn't really matter, and there's not really anything you can do about it. The only thing that it's going to matter is if you replace the floor. If you put ceramic tile in here, that might be an issue. That's really the only thing that it would affect.
Okay.
And if you were going to do that, you could put leveler down, but most of the time they just lay this right over the top of the slab.
Okay.
And it's fine. Water pressure was good on this house. Normal pressure is between 45 and 75. Yours is 50. That's pretty normal for new construction. Typically they tend to turn it down to save money on new construction kind of scenarios. So where that disconnect was that I showed you, that funny looking thing above it is a pressure regulator. If you wanted to have higher pressure, you could adjust it or have it adjusted. Usually we'd recommend a plumber to do that. Some people like higher water pressure. The newer fixtures are made to work on lower water pressure, so these seem fine to me.
Okay.
It's within the normal range, but if you ever wanted to do that, theoretically you can. Okay? Let's see. A couple other things. Not all builders, the city doesn't require this, and we've been trying to get builders to do this, but when you do an undermount sink like this, it's glued to the bottom of the counter, usually granite. It's glued to the bottom with a really strong epoxy glue, okay? On the smaller sinks, it's not as important, but like the kitchen sink, it's important to put braces underneath it in case the glue were to ever start to fail. The sink doesn't just drop out.
Yeah.
It's not as critical to do that in a smaller sink like this. It's about a 50-50 whether the builder will put braces under or not. They didn't here, but they did in the kitchen sink.
Okay.
So the most important one was done.
Yeah, okay.
We put it on the report hoping that you can sort of start to change that over time. But, and it's just, it's not a critical thing, but that's what you're going to see in the report.
Okay.
Okay? Let's go towards the kitchen.